This is truly a miracle.
It's a quarantine miracle.
We're getting more people showing up now.
Yep.
It's easier.
So it's 7 o'clock. Everybody ready? I'm ready. You guys ready?
Yes. Ready.
All right, sir. We are ready, Pat. So Pat's gonna hit record, and we should be good to go. All right, everybody. Today is Wednesday. All right, and I just saw the thumbs up. Today is Wednesday, May 6th. This is the Economic Development Commission for the town of Douglas. We're meeting today to discuss 3 agenda items, but first, I'd like to make a motion to go over these meeting minutes from the last meeting. Does that sound good?
Yep, sounds good.
I second that motion.
Beauteous. Paul, do you want to read this for us, or you want me to read it?
Well, I can read it if you want. I emailed it out to everybody, but those in the monitoring this might not be able to see it or hear it. Anyhow, the attendees were Luke, Bob, and myself. The minutes of February 5th meeting were approved. The status of the Project 185 site on Davis Street was discussed. Bob reported that we are still talking with developers. There has been significant interest, but no commitments at this point. The auto auction company is still interested in looking at Douglas land. Most recent suggestions have been the Northwest Main Street town-owned parcel and also the Cliff Street industrial area. The party interested in building a car wash in Douglas has been in contact with both Bob and myself. Bob reported that they are investigating Gilboa Street sites. Luke has dropped his photography project. Luke proposed that we have a Dine in Douglas program. This was discussed and it was determined that a 1-week program would be good. I motioned that the committee take a restaurant weekday/day project. It was seconded by Bob and the motion was approved. Paul motioned that we purchase the Land Glide software for $99. Luke seconded. The motion was approved. Meeting was adjourned at 7:40 p.m. Next meeting was supposed to be April 1st, but that was canceled. And now we have this meeting.
Excellent. Can we motion to accept these minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept those.
I second it.
Beauteous. All right, that's our minutes. So for our agenda today, we had 3 things on the agenda, correct? The first of which is the budget. Bob, you have some notes on the COVID-19 fund, correct?
Yeah, and as of this afternoon, discussions with a 4th developer are coming in for the Project 185. I make a motion that we do not, I repeat, do not transfer the $3,000 out of our account. That'll only leave us with $900 for the next 2 months. If we need consulting fees or attorney fees, we will be very cash strapped. So my suggestion now is that we leave our EDC fund unchanged. Do not transfer that $3,000 out as we originally wanted to.
So question on that, in 2 months' time, if you're actively working on something, is it enough time to actually get resources in place that we would have to pay for?
It could be almost instantaneous. If you need a consultant, they're going to want to retain it right off the bat before they talk to you.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you're obviously that close to that. So.
Yep.
All right. Is there any compelling reason that the town might need that money more than any opportunity that we might have? Just, I don't know. Is anybody in desperate need of that money right now?
Not that I'm aware of. They were just trying to pay Bill
Okay.
with surpluses from other departments. 2 weeks ago, we basically had a surplus. As of today's discussions, might need more.
What the problem is that it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to have the town meeting. You know, we were supposed to have one in May. We don't know if we're gonna have it in May. We don't know if we're gonna have it in June. Well, at the end of June, whatever money is in our account would go into free cash.
Correct.
Where you can spend free cash is with a town meeting. So if you don't have a town meeting, you can't do that. But
So if we don't spend our money at the end of the 2 months, our money cannot be spent due to no town meeting.
well, it goes into free cash and it's gonna sit there until they have a town meeting. It won't, you know, and at the end of that time, even if we keep our money, you know, even if we gave it away, you know, I don't know. But the thing is that if we realize that when we're getting close to June 30th, if we realize that we still have the money in the account, at that point we could call a meeting and then we could make a motion to transfer it and they'd be able to take it, but to pay the bills on this COVID thing. So I would say, let's say we had a meeting June 15th. That would give them time to get the money and pay the bills if they needed it.
So to give 2 weeks ahead of time, basically before the end of the fiscal year.
Right, I don't
Right.
know what anybody else thinks of that.
That's fine. That works for me. If you didn't use it by 2 weeks before the end of the year, then call a meeting and
Or if we're
transfer.
not sure we're using it. You know, we're
Right.
not gonna be paying anything before June 30th, right? But we'd know that 2 weeks before.
Yep, that makes sense.
But the thing is, in 2 more weeks, we will get another $5,000 for fiscal year 2021.
Yeah, that's only a 2 week issue then.
Right.
And realistically, if it's a retainer, you can wait 2 weeks. I mean, that's
2
that
weeks is a lot different than 2 months.
That's fine.
Well, I don't think we're gonna really save the world with $3,000 anyway. So it's not
No.
like it's gonna make that big of an impact to anybody.
Yep.
And like I said, our main job is to get development in the town, and I don't want to be impeded by no cash.
That's all sounds well and good, though. There has been confusion over whether or not we need to vote on this, and I did send the email allowing them to transfer these funds. So I don't know if that's gone through or not. I know Matt after the fact had said, "Whoa, you can't do it that way." But
Right, because we
We're gonna have
need
to
to
verify.
have 3 signatures or appoint you as the chairman, as the sole signature to send the funds, and we never did take a vote on making you the sole sender.
I understand that, and I mean, we talked to Matt about that. But does the accounting department understand that? Is the money still there? Is what I'm asking. I don't know.
Put it this way, it should be there.
Yeah.
All right.
It should be there.
We could probably vote tonight to make you the signature authority, you know, if we wanted to do that.
Yeah, once it's on record, then we can just tell them that we just voted it in. It's in this video and here are the notes.
I don't think we can do that. We're gonna have to have a meeting. We're gonna have to have a meeting to actually vote it through. But I mean, we can't have a meeting if it's not published. That's all.
Correct.
So we cover our bases if we got both the 3rd and the 17th covered.
Right then.
Okay.
15th it is.
And when the 15th comes up, maybe we won't need a meeting. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Right. You said 15th, you mean 17th?
Week of 17th, which is Wednesday the 15th.
Nope. It's Wednesday the 17th.
Sorry,
week-
Wednesday 17th. That's what I meant.
Wednesday 17th.
All right. Let me fix my thing now.
And that should be a quick meeting.
Okay. Great. So do we need a motion to can I move that we keep the $3,000 in our budget and do not release it to COVID?
Well, I don't think you need a motion. It's already there, right?
Right.
It should be there. We just have,
So if we're not touching it, then we don't need a motion for anything in there.
right.
Should,
All right then.
we need to make a motion just to make sure it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we keep the money in our account and discuss it on the 17th.
I'll
Okay.
second that.
I'll second that as well.
Excellent. Well, I will verify tomorrow if we even still have that money to keep, because we did release it already in text anyway.
Well, and that's true, but legally it needed signature, which we never granted.
That makes sense.
And we needed a vote at the town meeting too, which is only happening right now, so.
Okay.
Carol, in your motion, you said the 17th, but you meant the 19th of June, I think.
No, I meant the 17th. Isn't the 17th on a Wednesday?
Yeah, 17th is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
the third
Okay.
and
17th it is.
Okay.
Okay,
next
now
on-
look, you made a motion, someone seconded it. Do we vote on it?
all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
All right then. Next here we have this rezoning request, right? Bob, I don't know much about this one either. What are we rezoning?
Okay, we are on Gilboa Street and you see the red swath. Looks like somebody took a paintbrush, a 4-inch paintbrush, painted a 600-foot swath.
Yeah, there's a bunch of houses in that.
There are some
Yep.
houses, but they're all grandfathered in. And what we're proposing is, and this is because of the car wash, the 3 parcels that are on the south side, the river side, Nat Pond side of Gilboa Street, I'd like to rezone them commercial. And that's outlined by the thick red line.
This here?
So those, right, that's part of the, isn't that owned by that house there?
No, the corner piece, which is lot 19,
Yeah.
that's owned by the town. The second lot, which I believe is it 16?
Can you zoom in, Luke? Can you go full screen or zoom in on this thing?
All right. What are we looking
Almost
at?
there. Zoom out now a little.
Let's see if I can
yeah,
scroll.
drag-
this.
Drag,
How do we
drag it
scroll
up and
this
you'll be
guy?
good.
All right. So here we go. These guys, right?
So you're,
The
so I'm
house-
asking the question, yeah, so the question I was asking is basically this guy here.
That's
I
town.
thought that the person that owns that, I thought also like owns kind of like all the stuff over here, no?
No, 2 separate owners,
Oh, okay.
2
Then that
separate
was my mistake.
parcels.
Okay.
If you see, can everybody see my,
Let's
You're
see.
gonna have to say
Sharing those?
annotate. You have to say annotate. Oh. You just unshared.
Oh, I thought Bob was going to share his.
Oh,
no, go
Bob, are you
back to
gonna
where you
share?
were. I'll walk you through it, Luke. So we'll use your,
Bob, if you go up top to view options and then click annotate, you can do like a pen marker thing like I was doing.
view options,
Say view options and
Yeah.
then annotate. And
annotate.
your cursor turns into like a marker, a pen, and then you can
Okay.
draw on the screen by holding down the left mouse button.
I see. Okay, everybody see my pencil?
Yep.
See where 45, I'm circling 45?
I don't.
No, actually, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
45, huh?
I just made a circle.
I
Oh,
see
I
you
see
making
it.
lines.
No, that was me.
Oh.
I don't see Bob.
Oh, now the 45. There we go.
right,
That's
there
because
we
you were
go.
both trying to do it at the same time. Okay, we're good, Bob.
oh, okay, I
Okay.
see it, yep.
That is 1 parcel.
How do you access that?
Uh,
Town GIS.
No. How do you access that parcel? There's no way to get from Gilboa to that parcel, is there?
It's all,
Yeah,
it has
it's-
frontage on Gilboa.
Yeah, it is,
if
Oh,
frontage is
okay.
on Gilboa,
Okay.
right?
there's about 1,000-foot frontage on Gilboa.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Now, the parcel I only wanted to rezone was 45.1, which is in the bend.
Yeah, there was some people that tried clearing that a while back, right? Is that the little
Right.
area? Yep.
That is the only area that could handle a car wash. But you can't spot zone. You have to do an area rezone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're including this 45, 45.1, and town-owned land, which is that small strip on top.
The red?
The-
What do you mean the
like
small strip on
This
top?
bit?
It,
Not 43 and 16 and all those. You don't mean those up there.
no, it's,
Oh, so I see. If you scroll down a little bit further, drag the map down a little. Where the houses are up top. No, wrong way. The other way. Move it down. Where the houses are up top, across the street from the houses. Across the street from 36.
yes,
Yeah, right. So
That
keep going down
small
across
strip
across
is all-
Gilboa. There's a strip there. Yeah.
that's all town of Douglas.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you notice, the point of the red starts at the parking lot across the
go.
mill.
And the car wash is interested in basically 45.1 plus that little strip, basically.
Right. And there's another industry or retailer interested in 45.1.
Okay. And is 45 usable if you cut off with, if you use 45.1 for something else?
Say that again?
So 45.1 with the
Yeah.
strip of land, check. Let's
Yeah.
just say you threw the car wash in if that actually worked out. Is
Right.
45 usable as a separate lot for anything
Yes.
else? Okay.
Yes.
There's a lot of wetlands on that. That's what all that green is, I assume.
Yeah, it's wetlands. Yes, it is.
Heavy wetlands, which means a lot of reclamation or something. I don't know what.
But you can still put 3,000 square foot buildings within the boundaries.
Oh, okay.
So
Even that close to the waterways, there's no issues with that.
it's, the river is 200-foot buffer, 50 feet from the wetlands flagging, which that green is not current. That has, they're only good for 3 years when you wetland flag.
Mhm.
None of this has been flagged within the last 3 years, so this is at best a guess.
Gotcha. Okay.
And does it change that much over time, though? If this is what it was, do we expect it to be
might.
drastically different?
Well, I'll tell you what's changed. Look at on the opposite side of the bank, you will see a white strip.
Yeah.
That used to be the shoreline.
Is it gone or is it?
Well, the shoreline has increased, but it wasn't rezoned, so that shoreline goes to what's abuts it, and it's all residential.
Oh, okay.
So at some point, we're gonna have to change the upper right-hand corner, which is not in this zone request.
This bit here?
No,
No, to the right.
other side of the river,
44. 44.
44.
Right there.
Oh, over here,
Directly
I get
above
you,
Nap Pond.
yeah.
What's there now? Nothing, right?
Nothing there now. Well, McIntyre's gravel pit.
Yeah, that it abuts the backside of McIntyre. Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Is there any reason we're not rezoning the parking lot, commercial as well? Go all the way up there and just do the
Is
whole
that too sensitive for that, or?
Well, what we were trying to do, Carol, was match the other side of the road.
Okay, all right, okay, I get that, yep.
Okay.
So it's industrial. The mill is already industrial.
Right,
Dam is industrial.
yeah,
We didn't
Commercial
want to
across the street, yeah.
complicate it. So now, Carol, here's a question for you.
yeah.
Why is that commercial lots 40, 41, and 42? How come that red line goes at a diagonal? Does it come straight down?
I don't know. Wait, oh, you mean, that's a good question. I don't know.
Why did they end the paint job there and not go all the way up Gilboa to the gravel, Pine Sand and Gravel?
Oh, you mean not go way up to the top of it?
Yeah, or square off that corner.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the corner is not squared off unless they were trying not to have those, I mean, a lot of this stuff, they didn't even have maps when they did the first zoning.
Yeah,
They had nothing that looked like this. They just
I
had,
understand the
yeah.
2,400 feet as shown,
yeah,
but why is it not squared off at Gilboa Street? In other words, why was lot 41 eliminated from the rezone?
I know. Don't know.
That's, yeah,
And that
probably too
house,
historical.
that house
No,
is halfway
nothing
through
historical
too.
there. Yeah, nothing historical there.
If
could
you
have been-
look
it
at the
could have been-
house on 40,
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, that
It's
doesn't,
commercial.
those houses don't impact anything for us, right? I mean,
no,
Yeah,
no, it's on the other side of the street.
yeah,
And the reason Brad, we're looking at these properties is because the two major owners on the other side of the street are not interested in developing.
The two other owners, what side of the street?
That
Not
take
following.
up all the unoccupied space on the other,
Oh, on the red. So yeah, those
Yeah.
folks. Okay.
in
yep.
the red. They're waiting for a big project, not a small car wash.
I know. We've talked to them before. Yep.
Yep. So that's why we have, just like Project 185, we have to make land readily available.
What's Project 185?
Behind Granutech, 185 acres.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't talked to you guys, so I didn't know the new name. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we refer to now as Project 185. Hopefully it's going to have a new name soon.
Cool.
In progress. Hopefully it has in progress next to it.
In
so-
progress.
Okay, so is there something that we need to do here, or is this
Well,
just
we just have to
discussion?
make a motion to accept this rezone.
Yeah, we've done this before. We
Step
did this
is to
for that.
send it
We
to the
did that for the
planning board.
185 project.
What's that?
We did this in the 185 project. We had to rezone all that area. So same
Yep,
thing.
that 1,500 foot in the 185. We
But
did.
that had to get voted in at the town
Oh,
meeting.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
So this
Yes.
won't actually happen until a town meeting happens.
Exactly. We have to make a motion to recommend it to the planning board.
Yep.
right.
think
And then
that's
the
what we have to
planning
do.
board puts an article on the warrant.
Right,
And then we got to wait till whenever. Gotcha.
Yep.
right.
So
All right then.
I'll motion to accept or to recommend these changes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, then we're gonna.
So how are
recommend
you
this.
going to get this over to them? You're going to probably want to print this out and make sure it's understood with the directions of the red enclosed area is the area.
Yep, I will check with Bill. Bill's got the nice color printer.
Yep.
Make the appropriate number of copies. He knows when the next planning board is. We'll hit the next planning board, get on their agenda.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. All right, and next up on the agenda, do we have anything else on the agenda? Let's pull that up.
You know, I'm looking at this map with the red. Oh, okay. All right, now it's going down to North Street. Okay. Just wasn't showing it. All right.
What's that, Carol?
I didn't think that the red was a few minutes ago. It didn't show it going all the way to North Street, but now it does. So.
Oh, I
Okay.
think you guys, not for an agenda item, but you guys are aware the property in Monroe is back on the market for commercial development, right?
Great.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't know
know,
if you knew that.
The one
I've
on,
talked to the owner of that also, and he's eager to sell, or he's willing to sell. We
Yeah,
have a
that's the one on
contact.
Monroe Street that was like a budding, like the Mennonite farm all the way on the
That's
back
correct.
there, goes
Yep,
behind all the
yep.
properties.
oh,
Yes,
good.
yep, it doesn't have frontage on Route 16.
Nope, it's only frontage
unfortunately.
on Monroe, and I walk
Right.
by it every day. So.
So what, you see a sign? Is that why you know it's on the market?
Commercial signs have been posted about 3 weeks ago, I'd say, over there, and that was the first time because I remember I think somebody bought it
Yeah,
and they never ended up doing anything with it, and now it's back on the market.
right. I heard
That's
it
a
was-
lot of acreage too. That's not small.
It is, yeah.
What type of acreage? It's not flat though, right?
No, it's not bad.
It's actually not horrible. It's not flat, but it is fairly well positioned. You can do some easy grading work on it and probably have a really nice setup.
All right.
I think it's
And I'm
about
talking,
40
I think it
acres.
was like 40 or 60
I think-
or it was large.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
think
have a
it's
parcel
40
number,
and
Brad, where I
change.
could look at that?
If he can jump back on GIS, then we can probably look at it. I'm sorry to do that to you, Luke, but
Oh, I got GIS here.
throw GIS back up and we can easily call it. Just scroll down towards Monroe. Davis Street, go to the right. It's over, no, not that far. It's scroll in towards West Street there. Oh, there's Monroe. You see Monroe crosses Davis.
Yeah.
So there's now the southern part of Monroe. Pull the map up. Keep zooming in where your thing is, where your cursor is. Zoom in further. It's in
Yeah.
that area.
There it is.
Well, sort of. It's just GIS is slow today, apparently. Dum-de-dum.
Can I go that far?
Yeah, you definitely can. You can keep going in. You gotta go all the way down to we see property lines, and then I'll show you where it is. It abuts the trunk line basically.
Is that the long strip?
Yeah,
It's pretty long,
Yes.
yeah.
The gas
It's
line
like
goes through it?
12.2, I would bet is. Wait, no, it's not 12.2. Scroll down more. It's 10. Go up. See 10, 11, 10. Keep going up. There it is, 10. That I think 10 might be it.
I think that's
10, the
it.
pipeline goes right through it.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, so that's a big one that I don't know whatever happened with 185, but this is a project that your 185 friends might actually be interested in.
Yeah, no water sewer there, though. I looked at that.
No, this is off of Monroe, which is a rural
Yep.
back road, obviously. But look at
Yep.
how it's 10 plus 6, actually. So it's 10 plus 6, so it's extended all the way out.
Right, and it goes way back there. I even looked at the abutters on Davis Street to see if we could gain access that way.
If you get easements, you can. You just have to do it through easements. Because I know the mulch. What's the yard guys? The guys that deliver mulch,
Yeah, right. I know who-
whoever they are, they
Yeah.
abut this property over off Davis Street.
Right,
So there are potential easements that you might be able to negotiate through to get to this.
You have to get an easement. to
easements
cross the
or
railroad.
just purchase a piece of property and make it all one.
If you could do that, yeah. There was something for sale across from 185. I don't know whatever happened to that, but that might abut this also. Like what's property 8? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. So I don't
Yeah.
know if it was 8 or something like that, but
I think that one of the problems is that trunk line. Now I think it's
you
owned by
need
the
to figure
state.
out how you handle the trunk line. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where you get the problem is getting across.
But that's not to say you can't do it. I mean, Davis
Right,
Street
right.
crosses the trunk line too. It's just you'd have to figure out the logistics.
What trunk line you referring to? The
See
Tennessee,
the red, whatever the red is there.
An old railroad bed.
the old railroad bed is 11.
Yeah, the old railroad bed. That's 11. He's right. We're talking what Luke is on right now is the trunk line. If you go left and then it cuts up, and then see how it cuts up across Davis Street, and that's where 185 would meet up there somewhere.
I
Right.
think that's the pipeline you're looking at.
That is the
That's the-
pipeline, not
Yeah.
that's
There's
the pipeline.
two pipelines there. The
Yeah.
vertical one, north-south, the up and down that's the Tennessee pipeline. That's
Oh, okay, right.
tap.
And then the
So
other
that
one, west to south, east to west, is what?
That's the mobile pipeline, which is, it's closed.
So let's just say you merged 8 into 6 and 10. You still have to cross that mobile pipeline, and then to get from 6 to 10, you'd have to cross the Tennessee pipeline. So
Well, that, you know
Right.
what? Those pipelines don't own the land, you know. They only have
no,
right of
there are
way to
easements on the
sell.
land.
They
Yep.
only have easements, so, just as long as you can get the, enough cover so that the pipeline's not being affected, you should. be
No, as
able
long
to
as it's just a
cross
crossing. If you did like
Yeah.
a 2-car crossing, it's probably not a big deal.
No.
But
Yeah.
I want to throw it out there. Commercial signs are back up. Bob, I figured I'd stick
Okay.
you on, and if you didn't know about it, you might want to go take a look again.
All right, let me look at those.
Yeah. Yep, the owner owns property on Route 16 in Mendon also.
All right.
Yeah, I
see.
think they're the farm. I think they're the farm folks that are over there on the Uxbridge line, Douglas line, over in on 16. If I
Yeah.
remember right.
That's what I heard.
So the third agenda item was just administrative updates, and we were talking about the signature thing, which I think we've decided not to do. So we don't need to bring that up, right?
Right.
All right. So let's just ditch the third item. Does anybody have anything else that we should discuss today?
I just threw mine out there. So
No, I'm good.
Does
I
anybody
make a
need
motion-
anything?
Make a
from
motion, we
anybody?
adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right, then all in
Favor?
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.